Yeah, so what I'm going to do over the next few days is actually just read the comments, yeah, and even the most silliest comments I might try and answer, even the hate ones. Uh, I kind of find them funny as well. Here's my little bullet, my loyal friend. Yeah, I do classify him as a friend. He is somebody that, is so loyal. Love this dude. Uh, he eats a lot though, man. Always hungry, the little guy. So let's see what's on there. First off, big up Hassan Yilmaz, my boy, man. One of the only people uh, actually I don't never give anyone 100% trust, but he's close. So Hassan's the guy that I at Speaker's Corner go to when I want a good telling off, because he's very brutal with me as well, which I like. He's not a yes man, which I hate yes men. I want people to be straight with me and talk to me and tell me if I've done something wrong. And definitely Hassan loves telling me when I've done wrong. But that's what I like about him. And I chat to him outside of Speaker's Corner, which is rare for me. I don't let people really talk to me too much outside, but Hassan's got that privilege. So let's see, what's this one? So, what first inspired you to visit and contribute and get involved in Speaker's Corner by Darren McNally? Big up, Darren. Why did I go? Originally, I went because I became a fan of Speaker's Corner, like a lot of other people, and started watching videos and stuff. And I was like, all right, I want to meet these people. And then the Sarah situation occurred, and I was all right. Let me see what's going on down there. Is it really that bad in terms of the kind of intimidation and you know kind of like people not being able to criticize Islam without feeling like they're going to get their head kicked in and all that? And I went down there, and yeah, it was pretty hostile. I remember the first day I went there, I made the mistake. Not the mistake. I did what I felt was right. Here's me making my speech before I go on. I thought I did pretty well, considering I was only asked 10 minutes prior to do the speech, so yeah, I did all right. And so I went down there, and I didn't go with my turban. So when Respect says on that video I don't wear my turban, I've only not worn my turban twice out of like 25 visits. And I'm probably one of the only Sikhs there that wear their turban. All other Sikhs don't come with their turban. They'll always wear a bandana. And the reason why a lot of Sikhs wear bandanas, it makes them not stand out as much. I go there with a turban because I want to stand out. And that is actually part of Sikhism, the reason why Sikhs wear a turban. So they can't hide. And I can't hide when I go there. When I'm there, I'm proud to be a Sikh. Yeah, with whatever I say about what I said in that video, I love my faith. And I'm proud to be a Sikh. I'm not a full Sikh in the sense that I have not been baptized. Oh, sorry, I'm going off thingy. So yeah, the reason I went down there, and then I think that the thing that kind of set me on the course of being kind of hated was that I said that to a crowd of kind of like Muslims, because they were surrounding a Christian guy, Daniel, and so I intervened. I can't just stand around. I never went there to actually have any confrontations or even talk. I thought I'd only go there once, and then I intervened and tried to help him out, and then because they were calling him a hate preacher, and then next thing you know, I was in an argument with or debate with Mansour and Adnan Rashid, two of the most kind of, I'd say, well-known and most hardened kind of debaters down there. Whether you like them a lot, they go there a lot. And then I just said the one thing that triggered everybody, which was that I'd rather live in a Christian country than a Muslim country. And yes, I would. So before anyone says, have I changed my mind? No, I haven't. I still agree with that. And I will never, I don't want to live in an Islamic country because I'd be a second-class citizen to a certain degree. So I'd rather be in a Christian country. And so, yeah, that doesn't mean I hate Muslims. It just means I don't like the political system of Islam. Maybe I should turn that off. Yeah, I should turn that off. Yeah, so that's the first question. And so then things just escalated, and then I think Speaker's Corner is a little bit like a drug in the sense that it gets into your system, and then you just can't stop going. It's very difficult to stop, and it can be destructive as well. But ultimately, I love that place. So yeah, that's the reason why I went. Alright, so there's Chasing Supercars. What a stupid name. Come on, man. Alright, what's your purpose in life? How do you benefit society? And why are you suppressing your inner homosexual? Now, Chasing Supercars. Let me say something to you. I know you want me to be homosexual. I'm not. You're never going to get any butt sex from me. So you just keep on dreaming, man. It's not going to happen. My purpose in life is just to expose people and hypocrisy, and to... My other thing is to actually... My purpose in life is actually to make my mum happy. I know that sounds sad, but, you know, whenever I do anything, I'm always thinking, oh, will that make my mum happy? And that's kind of one of the things. How do I benefit society? I think I give the world or people a different view of the world. It may not be correct. It's my personal view, and I think it's quite unique compared to other people because I'm not swayed or kind of conformed to a particular set of ideologies because of someone's skin color or whatever. I love my faith, and to be honest with you, I think if everyone was Sikh, I think the world would be a lot better place if they followed it correctly. Unfortunately, most Sikhs don't, and neither do I, because it is, to be a good person is very hard, and being a real Sikh is being a good person. And so obviously, you know, I've got my faults with a lot of distrust and hate for people, and you can't be like that if you're a true Sikh. So anyway, Chasing Supercars. I don't know if you got a fetish for cars. Maybe you do something to the exhaust pipe. I don't know. Just carry on what you're doing. If that's what you're into, man. I don't judge anyone. Why do you think the Sikh community hate you? Abu Isa Al-Ghiani. I love names like that. Alright. Well, did you hear that? Look, he's dead. So, Abu Isa Al-Ghiani, yeah. Why do you think the Sikh community hates you? Have a look at this. And I'm going to put the light on. Yeah, see? The thing is, most Sikhs don't know that I'm actually quite a well-known artist called Pentacular Artist, because I don't go by my main name. And so they tend to hate me because of the Speaker's Corner, and because I'm very blunt. And so this is the only persona they've really seen of me. I don't really hang around with Sikhs per se, or anyone. So when people say that, oh, I hate Muslims, no, I don't discriminate. If I see someone and I meet someone and they happen to be Muslim, they're a great guy, you're my bro, man. As long as you don't start trying to convert me, you're my bro. And I don't care whether you're Sikh. Some of my worst enemies have been Sikhs during my life. That's the definition of thinking freely. I don't just automatically think, oh, you're a Sikh, you're going to be my best mate, and I'm not going to ever criticize you. No, that doesn't happen with me. Have you ever been interested in any other religion other than Sikhism? Not really, because I don't think any other religion kind of conforms to my beliefs. And people are going to say, oh, you was born to it, and so you just said, nah, trust me. If I didn't think Sikhism was right, I would not be Sikh. Full stop. I'll just be an apostate, or I'd be an agnostic. For me, I'll go into why in the future. It's too complicated now. Oh, Sarah Lipper, big up. Thanks for the support, man. Sarah Lipper. What would you eat if baked beans didn't exist? Whoa, that is a real... Did you hear that, Bullet? What a question. I better stroke him a bit. What would I eat? Wow, man. I really don't know, because... I don't know, man. I can't think of anything that... Any other food that I can eat and relentlessly eat for 24 years. Every day. Without getting bored. So... I think I would probably be... I don't know, probably go mad and become a jihadi or something. And take my frustration out on the world. I can't think of anything other than baked beans. I'm sorry, man. Baked beans, and it has to be Heinz. It can't be any other brand. It must be Heinz. I've tried other brands and I don't like them. I get sick of them after like an hour. Who's this again? Abu Isa Al-Ghiani's back. Look at him. This guy freaking is a fan of mine, man. You know, these fans, yeah, they all pretend to hate me, but they really love me. If Tommy Robinson and his followers said that every Sikh person should leave this country, i.e. the UK, or that every Sikh temple should be closed down, how would you feel? The problem with this question is that it would never happen. And the reason why it would never happen is because the Sikh temples do not have the same issues as the mosque. I don't agree with any mosque being closed down per se. I do think certain mosques need to sort out their kind of people that are running them, or if they're doing a particular thingy, because I believe these are places of God. I'm going to be going to a mosque actually with Shamsi. I want to see what's inside. I'm going to check the drawers and the cupboards and go through I don't know, everywhere, man. I'm a nosy so-and-so. Even around my sisters, I think I've checked every single drawer. So even here, I just go through them and start going, oh, what's in this drawer? So I know where everything is. I'm a bit weird like that. So no, I don't think it would happen. And even if it did, um, if the Muslim population is in a situation where their mosques are being closed down, I would fight for your right to keep that mosque open. I'm telling you that straight now. I would not let somebody go around and start and forcing people out of the country. Never, never. If Tommy Robinson went and said, I want Muslims out of the country, I would fight him. Because he's never said that, but I would fight him if he said it. Because I don't want Muslims removed from the country. I just want Muslims to understand that there's an issue, and for the next generation to start to kind of understand we need to live together. So that question's kind of null and void, because I would never ever allow that to happen to Muslims anyway. Tiger Stripe, that guy, Tiger Stripe, yeah. What a dude, man. I think he might be I don't know, I think he might be a psychopath or something, or a sociopath, or definitely schizophrenic, because his comments are all over the place. Now, you asked me, why am I a puddie? Now, why would I be a puddie? It could be because I don't conform to your stupid narrative. So you hate me. Obviously you hate me. This is why you're going crazy and writing hundreds of comments about me. You know, when you write a comment, you just show that you're a fan of mine. And I love it. And so, big up Flying Donkey. Oh, Tiger Stripe, why are you a pedo? That's true. Flying Donkey's a great guy, man. I'd like to meet him, actually. He's been doing my kind of... It's not me. I just have certain people that back me up a lot. So, big up Flying Donkey. Big up yourself, buddy. Thank you, pleasant fucker. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's Tiger Stripe again. That fanboy. He's one of my biggest fans, man. Raj, been listening to Dil Diya Galan. Oh, yeah, didn't know, yeah. Ever since Tommy, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm heartbroken. Definitely heartbroken. Poor Tommy Robinson. I might start digging him out of the jail, but I do think it's a disgrace. So, yeah, I am upset about it. Alright, so Ali FC, stupid name, change it please. I refuse to read your comment actually. No, alright. Can you expose why British men who travel to Thailand to abuse children, or do you only have an agenda against Muslims? I have an agenda against groomers that have attacked my family. So it wasn't white men going around attacking my family. It was a Muslim crew, and the Sikhs have been complaining against this for ages. White men are not doing this to the Sikh community on a large industrial scale. So screw you. I will always talk about this particular topic. Other people are talking about the bright white British men. There's enough exposure of that already. It's not something that I need to talk about because it's been spoken about. Now, Lovely Dylan. How you doing, Lovely Dylan? One of my Sikh, I don't know if it's a woman or a man, but one of my brothers or sisters, I say I don't really have a connection to Sikhs, but I do really in a way, because when I see a surname that's a Sikh surname, I do have a kind of a little bit of an affinity. So Dylan is a Sikh name. I've been a Labour Party member for like 20 years. I've actually met Tony Blair and all of these people. I was a Blairite. I used to do a lot of canvassing for my local constituency, and used to go around doors, knocking on doors, and pestering people about voting. I will never vote for Corbyn, ever. This is one of the reasons why I might vote for someone like UKIP or even the Freedom Part of for Britain Party, just to do a protest vote, because Corbyn is dangerous. He's a good guy in the sense that he has an outlook on the world that, a bit like Bernie Sanders, that is very left leaning, and I am very left leaning in terms of my economics. But he's a communist, and communism does not work. And being too far to the left or too far to the right is always problematic. And for me, he's way too far to the left. His stance on security and immigration is something that I cannot abide by. So, although I think he has a good heart, he cannot be prime minister. He will be dangerous to the country. He will, in my opinion, cause irreversible damage long term. So anyone that wants to, wants to vote for him, that's their decision. But you're gonna regret it in the long run. That's coming from a lifelong Labour Party member. All right, so let's have a look. NH. I can't remember if this guy's an arsehole or not, but let's read it. You mentioned about Sikh awareness. They mentioned there is a lot of sexual exploitation in Sikh homes with family members touching their own relatives. Why do Sikhs do that? Yeah, he was an arsehole. I remember NH. There's certain names I remember. I'll try and get a nickname for NH. Maybe Naughty Homosexual. Is that good? So, Naughty Homosexual, I would say, look, in every community, there is sexual abuse. Every single one. That is type 2 sexual abuse. And that is disgraceful, and everybody needs to tackle that as well. But we talk about Sikh Awareness Society, talks about type 1 specifically, which is grooming, which is done by 85% convictions of Muslim men, and the Muslims only make up 4% of the country. So you can see there's a problem. I'm gonna. Oh, all right. So here's a Tiger Stripe again, my fanboy, the guy that is like obsessed with me, man. I bet he's got pictures of me up on his wall, kind of like worshipping me, and it's pretty sick actually. I feel a bit disgusted. I hope you don't do any weird business with my pictures, because I don't mind you worshipping me, but if you start kind of like fantasizing and stuff, dude, I'm not homosexual. I've got nothing against gays, but if you are, Tiger Stripe, do your thing, man. No wonder why Speaker's Corner's thing is Raj letting them baked beans out that he's been eating for 20 years. Yeah, definitely. I do think that, one day I'm going to do a giant fart and it's going to blow all the Dawa teams across the park. I might film it actually. It'll be quite a good kind of like occurrence. It'll be like something out of one of those kind of like disaster movies, when it's like a tsunami comes through, but it'll be my fart, and it'll only specifically hit the Dawa teams though. Someone like Ali Dawa right in the face, and his little side man Saeed. Sorry, Saeed. I do like Saeed, but Saeed's a complete lunatic. So Tiger Stripe. I know you're my biggest fan, and I know it must be hard for you being a talentless little prick and watching me kind of, I don't know, showing that even within one finger, I have more intelligence and more talent than you could ever dream of. So, I'm a bit of a narcissist as well. So I do like certain things about myself. I'm always saying that I hate myself, I hate people. Nah, I think I've got good traits. One of them is that I don't conform to society's norms, and I'm not swayed by public pressure. And yeah, I can draw, which is good. I'm not as thick as some people think, I mean, I've got a degree actually, and if you sit down with me on a one-to-one basis and out of Speaker's Corner, I'm not that. I can be very, 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 very sensible when I need to be, but I have a dark sense of humor. Anyway, I'll start reading out the rest of the comments and updating. I'll just write it down on the bottom of the videos, of the video about questions. If you write underneath this one, I'll check as well. So, but I prefer it on. No, actually, just write it anyway. I'll check every video, and I'll see which ones I like. Right now I'm just reading all of them just because I got a bit of time, but after I'll select the ones, because I can't keep reading Tiger Stripe, my biggest fan. He might think I like him, so you know, I actually don't. He's just a fan, and I'll leave him alone. Anyway, take care. Bye.